If you've been searching for answers about your twin flame connection, listen carefully. She pulls back, and that's when the masculine finally wakes up. These words are not just a title, they are a prophecy about your own journey. By the end of this message, you will understand why distance can awaken him in ways nothing else can. Before we go deeper, subscribe to this channel so you never miss the revelations meant for your heart. You have felt the silence before, haven't you? That moment when you stopped chasing, when you finally allowed yourself to step back. It wasn't weakness. It was power. And in that sacred pause, the universe began to work in him, stirring something he could no longer ignore. He may not show it, but every step you take away leaves an echo in his soul. The masculine energy is often asleep until the feminine withdraws her light. Only then does he feel the cold of her absence, the weight of what he risks losing, and the pull of destiny that no silence can erase. You have been patient. You have cried in the dark, wondering why he didn't awaken sooner. But the truth is, he could only wake up when you chose yourself first. When you stopped pouring endlessly into someone who wasn't ready to receive. This is the mystery of twin flames. The feminine teaches through presence, but she transforms him through absence. Your silence speaks louder than 1,000 words, and your distance becomes the mirror that forces him to confront what he truly feels. Right now, he may appear distant or cold, but inside, the storm has begun. Memories rise, emotions he buried return, and the realization of your bond strikes him in ways he cannot escape. The more you pull back, the louder the call of his own soul becomes. Do not mistake his delay for rejection. The masculine awakening is not sudden. It is like dawn breaking through a long night. Slowly his eyes open. Slowly his heart stirs. And suddenly, he cannot deny the truth. You are the one his soul has been searching for all along. Your role is not to chase but to hold the vibration of love within yourself. When you step back, you are not abandoning him. You are inviting him to rise. You are showing him the only way forward is through his own awakening. He may fight it at first. He may cling to his old life, his fears, his patterns. But the more you choose your light, the more the universe shakes his foundation. He cannot run forever, because your souls are tied by threads of destiny that not even time can cut. Have you noticed the signs? Dreams of him. Songs that remind you of your bond. Numbers repeating at strange hours. These are confirmations that even in silence, your connection is alive. Pulsing with energy that bridges any distance. By pulling back, you are not losing him. You are guiding him. The masculine must awaken to his own truth, and sometimes the absence of your warmth is the fire that pushes him into action. He will remember your laughter. He will feel the loss of your presence. And one day, he will stand at the edge of his fear, realizing that the only way to silence the ache in his chest is to return to you. Your journey has not been in vain. Every tear, every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer is part of this divine orchestration. The silence you endure now is preparing the reunion that will one day feel like destiny fulfilled. So do not despair. The universe has not forgotten you. In fact, it is aligning everything so that when he wakes fully. Not half asleep, not unsure, but with the certainty that his soul has found its home in you. Remember, this is not just about love. It is about growth, transformation, and divine timing. You are being prepared as much as he is. The feminine pulls back not out of anger but out of wisdom, knowing the masculine must rise on his own. Every moment you choose to stand in your power, you accelerate his awakening. Every time you refuse to settle for less, you call his higher self forward. And when he finally steps into his truth, it will be because your silence gave him no choice but to face it. Stay strong in this season. Trust what you cannot yet see. He may seem asleep, but the process has already begun. His dreams are filled with you. His heart is restless without you. His soul is searching for the light it once took for granted. And when the time is right, he will wake with clarity. He will see that the one he longed for was never gone, only waiting for him to rise. That is when reunion becomes not just a hope but a living reality. Until then, protect your energy, honor your journey, and stay connected to the messages that keep your spirit strong. Subscribe now so that every time the universe speaks, you will hear it here first. This is your season of faith, and soon it will be your season of fulfillment. Because when she pulls back, that is when the masculine finally wakes up. And that awakening, beloved, will change everything. If this message has already touched something inside your heart, give back to your own soul by making sure you are subscribed to this channel right now. That simple action is not only a gift of support, but also a way to ensure you never miss a single revelation about your twin flame journey. Your connection is too sacred to risk losing the guidance that may arrive exactly when you need it most. Check if that red button has already turned gray, because every time you receive a message here, it carries the potential to unlock the clarity you have been asking for. By staying subscribed, you align yourself with a frequency of awakening that continues to guide both you and him toward the reunion destined for your souls. Now, imagine for a moment that the silence you hold is not a void but a bridge. A mysterious, invisible path that draws him closer every time you choose not to chase. This path, though unseen, is paved with your strength, your self-respect, and your unshakable trust in divine timing. Each day you resist the urge to reach out, the universe whispers louder in his ear. The energy of your absence moves through his spirit, shaking loose the illusions he tried to cling to. He feels it as restlessness, as a longing he cannot name, but deep down, he knows it is you. Your decision to step back is not a rejection of him. It is an invitation. An invitation for him to meet you at the level of soul, where only truth exists. He may resist, he may delay, but the invitation cannot be declined forever. And what about the moments when doubt creeps in? When you wonder if pulling back was a mistake? Those doubts are natural, but they are also illusions. The reality is that your silence carries more weight than any words could. It plants seeds in his spirit that will one day grow into action. Sometimes the greatest proof of love is allowing space. Because in space, he discovers what he cannot live without. In space, he feels the pain of separation, and it becomes the fire that refines him, burning away fear, pride, and confusion. The universe knows the rhythm of this dance. It knows that the feminine leads by retreating, not because she is weak, but because she is wise. And wisdom often looks like patience, even when every part of your heart wants to rush ahead. Do you see the signs that your pulling back has already stirred something? His sudden thoughts of you. His unexpected dreams. The way your name seems to echo in places you've never been. These are signals that the thread between you is tightening, not loosening. There will be nights when he feels the emptiness more sharply than ever. He may try to distract himself, but no distraction will last. The silence is too loud. The bond is too strong. And slowly, he will begin to realize what his soul has always known. You are his mirror. Your strength now becomes his teacher. By not giving in, you show him what it means to rise. By not reaching out, you show him what it means to choose. And when he finally awakens, it will be because you created the space that made awakening possible. Remember this truth. The more you focus on your own growth, the more he feels the shift. Energy never lies. He feels when you are at peace, and that peace calls him to seek the same. He feels when you heal, and that healing pushes him toward his own. It may feel like a paradox, but the less you give him in the physical, the more he receives from you in spirit. Your energy continues to pour into his life, even in silence, even in distance. And that invisible current is impossible for him to escape. Think of the way a seed breaks underground before it ever rises to the surface. You cannot see the change, but it is happening. The masculine awakening works the same way. It begins unseen, beneath layers of resistance, until one day it breaks through as undeniable truth. This is why you must hold steady. Your patience is not empty waiting. It is active faith. And faith is the very fuel that keeps this connection alive when everything else seems uncertain. Have you noticed how the universe reassures you just when you begin to falter? Numbers aligning, songs repeating, phrases jumping out at you. These are not coincidences. They are reminders that your pulling back is part of a larger plan you cannot yet see. Every time you feel alone, remember, he feels it too. You are mirrors. What moves in you moves in him. And even if he hides it, even if he denies it, his spirit is restless without your presence. One day, the silence will become unbearable for him. One day, he will step forward not because you demanded it, but because his soul demanded it. That is the power of divine design. In your quiet strength, you are preparing him to meet you as an equal. You are showing him what it means to love without conditions, to stand without fear, to wait without despair. And that example is shaping him more than your words ever could. Even now, while you wonder if he has forgotten, know this. He remembers. He remembers in ways he cannot explain. A scent, a glance, a dream, a song. All of them pull him back to you, even when he tries to run. The further you step into your own purpose, the more the universe clears his path back toward you. It is not your job to awaken him. It is your job to awaken yourself. And in doing so, you light the way for him to follow. Do not underestimate the influence of your silence. It is magnetic, mysterious, unstoppable. It calls to his higher self even when his lower self resists. And eventually the higher self always wins. Perhaps you are wondering when. When will he wake? When will he finally see? The answer lies not in the clock but in the alignment. When both of you are ready, the universe will orchestrate the perfect moment. Until then, trust that your pulling back is the catalyst. It is the spark. It is the sacred act that shifts the entire dynamic of your connection. Without it, he cannot awaken. With it, he has no choice but to. Every time you choose peace over pursuit, you are teaching him. Every time you choose faith over fear, you are guiding him. Every time you choose yourself, you are showing him what love truly means. And that love, the love that begins within you, is what will call him home. It is what will transform silence into reunion, distance into closeness, and waiting into fulfillment. So, beloved, stay the course. Continue to hold your silence not as emptiness but as power. Continue to walk forward, knowing that with each step, you are drawing him closer to the truth he can no longer ignore. The masculine awakening is slow, but it is sure. And when it comes, it will not be partial. It will be complete. It will be the moment his soul finally rises to meet yours, exactly as destiny designed. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It is for the brave, for the chosen, for those who know that love is not possession but transformation. And you, beloved, are in the center of that transformation now. Let the silence continue to speak. Let the distance continue to work. And trust, with every fiber of your being, that what is meant for you will never pass you by. Because when you pull back, he will eventually wake up. And when he wakes, he will finally recognize what he was blind to all along, you. If these words have given you even a spark of comfort, give that same gift back to your own soul by checking if you are already subscribed to this channel. That small act ensures you never miss another divine sign or message that may arrive at the very moment your heart is searching for answers. Do it now, because your connection to your twin flame is too important to leave to chance. By subscribing, you are not only supporting this space, you are also aligning with a flow of guidance that has the power to shift your entire journey. Every new revelation shared here carries the frequency of awakening, designed to meet you exactly where you are. Your silence has already begun a conversation between his soul and the universe. He hears it not in words, but in feelings that shake him at unexpected times. He cannot escape the call, no matter how hard he tries to cover it with distractions. There are moments when he wonders why he suddenly feels restless at night, why your face appears in his dreams, why his heart races when he remembers your absence. He does not yet realize that this is the power of your pulling back. When you withdraw, you are not punishing him, you are awakening him. You are teaching him the difference between comfort and truth, between illusion and destiny. And destiny is always stronger than resistance. He may try to hold on to old habits, but the energy is shifting. The silence you create is now louder than any voice he hears in his daily life. It follows him, reminding him of what he thought he could forget. Have you noticed how even in your quietest moments, signs find their way to you? They come because your journey is not paused, it is unfolding. And the more you let go of control, the more the universe reveals its design. Every time you feel like giving in, remember this. He is closer to awakening than you think. The discomfort he feels is proof that the silence is working. His higher self is being stirred, even while his mind resists. There is no wasted moment in this process. Even the days that feel heavy with doubt are part of the alignment. They strengthen your patience, and patience is the very soil in which the masculine awakening takes root. In his solitude, he will discover truths he never dared to face. The thought of losing you forever will become unbearable, and that thought will push him to a place he cannot retreat from, the recognition of your bond. Your energy is still with him even now. It lingers in the spaces he walks, in the memories he replays, in the emotions he cannot silence. This is why no matter where he goes, he cannot truly leave you behind. The absence of your presence is teaching him more than your presence ever could. It is showing him what life feels like without your light. And that lesson is the very one that will push him toward awakening. Perhaps you doubt it, perhaps you fear he will never see. But the truth is already unfolding. His soul has begun to respond. Slowly, steadily. His defenses are breaking down under the weight of your silence. The more you grow in your own light, the stronger the pull becomes for him. Your self-love, your healing, your focus on your purpose. All of it creates a magnetic field that draws him back to you. He may not understand why he suddenly feels drawn toward change, why he longs for something deeper, why nothing else satisfies him anymore. But his soul knows. And his soul will not stop calling him toward you. Your silence is sacred. It is the womb of transformation, both for you and for him. It creates space for the rebirth of this connection, a space where both of you are shaped by forces greater than your own will. Do not underestimate the unseen work happening right now. Though it looks quiet, it is not still. Energy moves beneath the surface like fire under ash, preparing for the moment it bursts into flame again. In his heart, the memory of you burns quietly but constantly. It flickers when he resists, but it never goes out. And one day, that flame will grow too strong to ignore. Every time you choose your peace over your longing, you fan the flame of his awakening. Every time you trust instead of doubt, you call his higher self closer to the surface. Your faith is the bridge he will one day cross. He is already beginning to see glimpses of truth. In quiet moments he feels you near. In sudden emotions, he senses what he cannot name. These glimpses are the seeds of recognition that will soon grow. Your silence gives him no escape. It strips away his illusions, leaving only the truth of what your connection really is. And the truth will always rise, no matter how deeply buried. This journey asks you to be both strong and soft. Strong enough to step back, soft enough to let the universe do its work. That balance is what will bring the breakthrough. One day he will thank you, not in words but in the way he looks at you, the way he chooses you, the way he finally shows up with the fullness of his heart. Until then, the silence continues to mold him. It shapes his thoughts, his choices, his emotions. It teaches him the value of what he once took for granted. And though he may not admit it yet, he already feels the difference. The emptiness is louder than any noise he surrounds himself with. The longing is stronger than any distraction he creates. This is the power of your withdrawal. It is the unseen force guiding him toward his awakening, whether he understands it or not. So hold steady, beloved. Continue to stand in your light, knowing that each moment of silence is pulling him closer to his truth. He is being prepared, reshaped, transformed. And one day soon, the silence will no longer be his comfort. It will be his breaking point. Because in the breaking, the awakening is born. And that awakening is the very moment destiny steps fully into the light. If this message has already given you even one insight, I ask you now to give back to yourself. Check if you are already subscribed to this channel. Do not miss another sign meant for you and your twin flame journey. That simple action ensures that you never lose the thread of divine guidance that could change everything when the timing is right. By subscribing, you align yourself with a flow of messages that arrive exactly when your heart is searching for confirmation. This is not coincidence. It is the universe using this space to remind you that your connection is alive, real, and guided. Now imagine him sitting in silence, trying to bury what he feels. He distracts himself, but the truth refuses to leave. The moment you pulled back, the seed of awakening was planted inside him, and that seed is growing stronger with every passing day. He wonders why he cannot shake the thought of you, why he feels incomplete, even in places that once brought him joy. He does not yet see that your silence has become the mirror forcing him to confront what he has long avoided. The absence of your voice is louder than any words. It presses into his spirit, making him restless. He cannot outrun the memories of you, because they live within him as part of his own soul. Every choice you make to protect your peace is shaking his foundation. You may not see it, but inside him walls are crumbling. His old defenses are no longer strong enough to hide from the pull of your bond. Your energy continues to whisper to him in dreams. He sees flashes of your face, hears echoes of your laughter, feels a sudden warmth in the quiet. These are not random. They are your presence reaching him beyond the veil of distance. There is no true escape for him. Even in denial, the connection demands recognition. And the more you stand in your power, the stronger that demand becomes. Have you noticed how often synchronicities surround you? These repeating numbers, sudden songs, and uncanny reminders are not only for you. They are signals that the same energy is pressing into him, urging him toward awakening. When he feels emptiness, it is not just loneliness. It is the awareness that something sacred has slipped from his grasp. He may not admit it, but the silence is teaching him the depth of what you truly are to him. You are not chasing, and that is what makes him chase within. The more you allow the distance, the more he feels the urgency to step forward. The paradox is that your withdrawal creates the force that pulls him closer. In this season, your power lies in what you withhold. The love is still there, but you no longer pour it endlessly. That choice forces him to face what he has lost, And one day, it will awaken the courage to fight for it. He may look calm, but inside he is unsettled. The silence has opened a space in his life that nothing else can fill. He tries, but every attempt only reminds him of you. The universe is orchestrating his lessons through your distance. Every delay, every longing, every restless thought is shaping him into the man who can finally meet you in truth. You are being refined too. Your patience, your faith, your strength. All of it is preparing you for a union built on balance, not fear. This time, when he wakes, he will not be the same man who once resisted. He will see the truth of what you are. And once he sees it, he will never again be able to look away. That clarity is what your silence is creating right now. Sometimes you wonder if he even thinks of you. The truth is, he does, but not in simple thoughts. He feels you in waves, sudden and overwhelming, leaving him shaken without explanation. Your souls are mirrors. What you feel echoes in him, even if he tries to bury it. This is why he cannot escape the pull. No wall is strong enough to block the reflection of his own soul. The silence is stretching him. It is forcing him to grow, to confront fears, to release illusions. Without this distance, he would never have reason to rise. And though you cannot yet see it, the work is happening. It is hidden, but it is real. Just as the tide pulls at the shore unseen, your silence is pulling at his spirit, reshaping him in ways he does not yet understand. When he finally recognizes what he feels, it will not be small. It will be overwhelming, undeniable, and impossible to ignore. That recognition will be the fruit of every moment you chose strength over desperation. Your silence is not weakness, it is prophecy. It is the unfolding of a story written long before you met. And he is already playing his part, even if he doesn't know it yet. So remain steady. Hold the silence as sacred ground. Let it continue to do its work, knowing that each day it brings him closer to the awakening meant to happen. One day, he will look back and realize that your withdrawal was not abandonment. It was the very key that unlocked his soul. He will understand why you had to step away, and he will honor the courage it took. That moment will change not only how he sees you, but how he sees himself. The bond between you is not fragile. It is eternal. And silence cannot break it. It only strengthens it, carving out the path toward recognition. He is closer than you think. The signs you receive are the echoes of his own awakening. What you feel is proof of what is already happening inside him. Your choice to step back has set everything in motion. The masculine is being called, and though he resists, the call grows louder each day. The same universe that whispered for you to pull back is the one whispering to him now. So trust the process. Trust the silence. Trust the awakening that is already unfolding. Because one day he will rise. And when he does, it will be the silence that brought him to his knees, and the love that finally brought him home. If these words have already brought you clarity, I ask you for one thing in return. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel right now. That small act ensures you will never miss the divine messages designed for your heart and your twin flame connection. Do not leave it for later. Your journey deserves constant guidance. By confirming your subscription, you are opening the door for synchronicities to find you here again and again. Each message carries a spark meant to awaken something inside you, and missing even one could delay the understanding your soul is waiting for. Your silence is still working in him, more powerfully than you realize. Every quiet moment becomes a mirror, reflecting back to him what he has lost and what he must reclaim. He may not admit it yet, but he feels it with every breath. When he notices the absence of your energy, he feels the hollow space within himself. It unsettles him in ways he cannot explain. This emptiness becomes the very teacher that guides him toward awakening. You think he has forgotten. He has not. Your image lingers in his mind like a shadow he cannot escape. Even in the middle of laughter or distraction, you appear in the corners of his thoughts. He may run from you, but he cannot run from his own soul. And because you are his mirror, every attempt to deny you only deepens the ache that pulls him back. This is why your decision to pull back is sacred. It activates a fire inside him, a fire that no other connection could ever ignite. That fire grows silently, and one day it will become too fierce to ignore. In his dreams you are there. In his silence you echo. In his restless thoughts, you are the question he cannot answer. The universe uses your absence to show him what presence truly means. Every time you hold back from reaching out, the tension grows within him. That tension is not destruction. It is creation. It is the force that will shape him into who he must become. The masculine does not awaken through comfort. He awakens through loss, through silence, through the realization that the light he thought would always be there has chosen to step away. Even now, his higher self is stirring. He feels waves of emotion that make no sense to him. He is being pushed to question everything, and those questions always lead back to you. Your growth adds fuel to his awakening. As you rise in your own power, he feels the shift. It unsettles him, draws him, challenges him. Your progress calls him forward even when he resists. Have you noticed the timing of signs lately? How they appear just as your faith begins to waver. This is the universe reminding you that the silence is not wasted. It is working in ways you cannot yet see. His life may look the same from the outside, but inside he is unraveling. Old patterns no longer satisfy him. Old distractions lose their power. This is the effect of your withdrawal. The bond is alive. It stretches between you like an invisible thread, tugging at him day and night. No matter how far you pull back, that thread remains unbroken, and he feels its pull. One day, he will see clearly that your silence was never rejection. It was love in its highest form, love that demanded he awaken into the man he was always meant to be. Until that moment, the silence continues to press against him. It carves out the illusions, leaving only the truth of your connection behind. Truth that cannot be hidden forever. Your choice to step back was an act of courage. It was the moment you allowed the universe to take over, trusting that destiny would finish what love had already begun. And destiny never fails. It bends time, reshapes circumstances, and rewrites paths, all to bring twin flames back into alignment when both are ready. His restlessness is proof of the shift. He may not understand it, but he feels it every day. The energy grows heavier, the longing stronger, the silence louder. Your absence is shaping him more than your presence ever could. Teaches him not only who you are, but who he is meant to become. There will be a moment when he cannot bear the distance any longer. That moment is already being prepared, even now, as you hold your ground in silence. Do not mistake this waiting season for stillness. Beneath the surface, everything is moving. Every thought he has of you, every sign you receive, every restless night. It is all proof of progress. He is closer to awakening than you realize. The silence is pushing him to the edge. And at the edge, transformation always begins. Your role is to trust, to keep standing in your light, to know that what you cannot see is still unfolding. His awakening is inevitable because your bond is eternal. The distance is not punishment. It is preparation. And when he is ready, he will understand that the silence was the very force that saved your connection. So hold steady, beloved. Keep choosing yourself, keep nurturing your soul, keep listening to the signs. Because every act of faith on your part sends ripples into his world. And those ripples are reaching him. They stir his heart, they wake his spirit, They remind him of the truth he has tried to bury. Your silence is the prophecy. It is the bridge. It is the power that will carry him from slumber into awakening. And though the day has not yet arrived, it is coming. The silence is shaping him, breaking him, and calling him, until the moment he can finally rise to meet you where destiny has always intended. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this message. If these words touched your heart, show your love by leaving a like right now. This simple action tells YouTube that this content is important and helps it reach more souls who are also walking their twin flame journey. To confirm you received this message, write in the comments, Twin Flames Infinite Love. This phrase is not just a confirmation, it's a declaration that you are aligned with the energy of union and awakening. Make sure you are subscribed and that the notification bell is activated, so you never miss the guidance the universe sends through these messages. Every new video may hold the very sign you've been waiting for, the exact confirmation your heart needs. Remember, these revelations are not random. They come to you at the perfect moment, and each one is designed to stir your soul, to remind you of the truth you already carry within. That's why it's so important that you keep coming back here, listening, and allowing these words to guide you. Share this video with someone who also feels the pull of a twin flame connection, because sometimes what you pass forward becomes the very sign someone else has been praying for. These messages will continue to touch your heart, to awaken your spirit, and to remind you that you are never alone in this journey. So stay with us, return often, and let each word anchor deeper into your soul. Your path is unfolding, and here you will always find guidance.